In this demo, we will show our Stigmergy-based collaborative conceptual modeling tool. It is developed to solve the collaborative modeling problem for the crowd online. I will just use a case to show how it works. Okay, well, you see it is a web application here, and with the internet, you can get access to it anywhere on Earth. So if you create an account here and sign in, so you will be direct to your user's homepage. The project you've already involved in will be listed here, and you can also try to create a new one. So there are two ways of creation. One is called inherited creation, and another is called clean creation. We suggest you to use the inherited creation here. It means that you can join the projects that have already exist, and the models that have built previously will help you and give some inspirations when modeling. So okay, so let's just come back, and here the cost management system is a project that already exists. So I use some other accounts to build the conceptual model for this project, and so I may get some recommendations based on the models built previously. So it is a workspace of the cost management system, and the workspace consists of three parts here. In the left part, it lists the classes and relationships that you've already built. So let's try to build maybe a class that is essential in this problem domain. So maybe a cost is essential in the cost management system. So we can type in cost, and you can find there are some recommendations shows in this combo box. So the order of the names here are according to the frequency of the words used here, and when you continue typing, this tool will help to filter the recommendations based on your typing. So in the right part, this is called the recommendation column. You can find the more detailed information of this course. These are all the attributes that may be built by previous modelers, and you can just choose. If you think this is the right one, you can just choose this one and choose add here. So we create the cost here, and we may add some more detailed information and add some attributes of this cost. So maybe, for example, you think that every cost needs its ID, so we can just type build an attribute called ID. So when we type in ID here, maybe some previous modelers have already built an attribute called cost ID. I think cost ID may be a better one, so I just choose this one, and there are some detailed information of this cost ID, and I can just choose this cost ID, and every blanks will the tool will help you to fill in the blanks here. So you can also maybe add more attribute properties here, but I think maybe the name and type is enough. So I just choose this one. And and add this attribute. So you may think there are maybe more attributes may be needed in a class called cost. For example, you may want to know the start time, maybe the start date of the course or the end date of course. So you may want to choose. You may want to build a attribute like the start time or start date. So you type in start, or type in the time, or type in the date here, but nothing appears here. So it may be because that the previous modelers forget to, or they don't want to build this attribute here. But I think maybe uh, attribute that is useful here. So I can try to build a attribute on my own. So I type in the start date here, and there's no recommendations here. I think the type of the start date may be a date, but however, we only built there are only 4 types here pre-built here in this tool. So, but we can build a type on our own. So, okay. So here we built a new class, a new attribute called start date, and we build a new type called date here. So there may be some other modelers when they want to build an attribute of the cost cost here, they may find that you built this start date, and they may think it's useful, so they can just follow your modeling informations and And on the right part, it shows some. It's a recommendation columns, and maybe the elements. I mean the classes and relationships that are built by most modelers in this project are listed here. So if you think that maybe the collective here may have its intelligence, I think they can find out the most essential elements in the project. So here I think, for example, maybe department is maybe an essential class in this cost management system, and also the teachers, students, and some maybe person is a is essential in this project. So you can just click here and to cite these elements here and put it in your own model. So it's quite easy and quite convenient for you to build your own conceptual model. And after you create so many classes in your model, there may be some relationships between 2 classes in your model. So there are also some relationships that recommend to you. For example, many people in this project think that there is a generalization relationship between the persons and the teachers. So you can just click here, and everything is every blank is already filtered. And so if you think that okay, all these are right, so you can just add them to your own model. So it's quite easy. And for example, so also for example, you can build the relationships between the class and students here, and you can also build the relationship in a traditional way. For example, you can build the cost and so the relationship between cost student and have already been built. So you can, for example, build the relationship between the courses and teachers. So it also gives you some recommendations because previous models have built the association between these 2 classes. So you can just choose these recommendations, and it will help you to fill in the all the blanks here. And if you think so, maybe something here is not a correct one, you can just change them as you like. So and so everything, for example, every classes and every relation group is listed here. So some people may find it's hard to get the relationship between the 2 classes. So we provide a graph view of the models here. For example, so if we click the model view here, we will get a graph view of the of the model you've built. So for example, you can so the nodes here represent classes in your model, and the edges here represents the relationships, and you can click on them and find some detailed information. For example, I clicked on the relationship between the course and the student, and you can find it is a association between these two classes, and you can also the detailed information of these two classes are shown here, and this is the legend of this graph. And after all, don't forget to save your own model, and so you need to click this button to save your own model. So you can see that it's really convenient and to build conceptual model based on our modeling tool, and those modelers don't have to, for example, negotiate with each other, but the collaboration between each models here works in an indirect way. And Stigmergy-modeling.net is the address of our tool, and you can try it yourself. And in the end, thank you. We provide a graph view of the models here. For example, so if we click the model view here, we will get a graph view of the model you've built. So for example, you can so the nodes here represent classes in your model, and the edges here represents the relationships, and you can click on them and find some detailed information. For example, I clicked on the relationship between the course and the student, and you can find it is a association between these two classes, and you can also the detailed information of these two classes are shown here, and this is the legend of this graph. And after all, don't forget to save your own model, and so you need to click this button to save your own model. So you can see that it's really convenient and to build conceptual model based on our modeling tool, and those modelers don't have to, for example, negotiate with each other, but the collaboration between each models here works in an indirect way. And Stigmergy-modeling.net is the address of our tool, and you can try it yourself. And in the end, thank you for your listening. Thanks.